He who wishes to be rich in a day will be hanged in a year. Leonardo da Vinci. And of course, what Da Vinci means is trying to get rich quick, means breaking all sorts of rules and not winning, but losing, particularly in the long run. So what we ask, 10 to 15 minutes a day, every day following these markets with us, charting these ETFs, practice trading until you get this down. It is not rocket science, it's charting art, but it takes time and experience to learn the nuances of how your favorite stocks, ETFs, and all of those different types of equities perform in the marketplace, or commodities like gold or like 20-year bonds. Now, let's jump into this market. Oh, by the way, special training for you. Stop analysis paralysis. Limit your indicators. I just finished recording this for you. It is available to everyone who is a subscriber at chartingwealth.com. If you're not a subscriber, you need to be one. It's free. Go to chartingwealth.com and sign up. It will be in the show notes. You get emailed. Now, we see sort of a mixed day. The S&P 500 down, the Nasdaq 100 up 0.5%, bonds up about down about 0.2%, gold up about 0.5%. So let's first jump into the S&P 500. We have a big down candle that's forming. Still 2 days of movement, Thursday and Friday. We will see if indeed we have a weekly vertical crossover. I think we will, and we'll call that when it happens. And again, candles are not candles as far as making actions on them, taking actions from what they're showing you. Same with as far as our indicators go. We don't call an indicator until that candle is finished drawing, and a weekly candle finishes drawing at the end of the week. At the end of the day on Friday, we may have a jumping in point then for a practice trade. We will keep you posted and let you know. Looks like that's probably going to happen. Derivative oscillator gaining downward momentum, price percent oscillator continuing to slam down, and we see another candle that is drawing. This is the weekly candle. Again, first day of this latest 2-day candle, heading down, lower low, both in the candle body and on the wick. And again, that price percent oscillator, derivative oscillator gaining downward momentum. Go to the 4-hour chart and you can just see that steady move, really accelerated Monday, down more Tuesday, down a little more Wednesday. So again, plumbing about the same low, a little bit lower than it was on Tuesday afternoon, on Wednesday afternoon. That price percent oscillator still moving down. Derivative oscillator starting to slack off a little bit. So we'll keep our eye on things. We do expect a weekly vertical crossover by the end of the week. We'll see. Little bit of a pull up on the Qs, the Nasdaq 100. It, of course, looks like it's probably maybe crossing over, going down by the end of the week. We'll see. Derivative oscillators going negative right now. And again, price dropping below the weekly trend line. We go to the 2-day chart, and we can see, again, we're going to move that over. We're hitting about the same low as far as the low goes on the indicator. On the candlestick, the wick of the candlestick, the shadow as some people call it. And again, price percent oscillator heading down, derivative oscillator gaining downward momentum, prices well below that 2-day trend line and below the weekly. And we go from the 2-day to the 4-hour, and we just see, again, dropping off huge on Monday, again on Tuesday, and slowing down a little bit on Wednesday. And again, for the record, up 0.52%. These are Heikin Ashi candlesticks. Want to know more about what Heikin Ashi candlesticks? Average pace is what that allegedly means in Japanese. We have a great training on that at the website and the YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube, would you click the right-hand button to subscribe? That helps us out a great deal. Now we go on to 20-year bonds, down for the day 0.65%. Isn't stopping that big green up candle, moving up on the weekly chart so far. Derivative oscillator also gaining upward momentum as that price percent oscillator heads up. 2-day chart losing a little bit, we'll see, on the Price percent oscillator, derivative oscillator still moving up. We see a bit of a slowdown in the up move. The high so far, first day of the latest 2-day candle, 151.72, 151.76. So not reached the high on that prior 2-day candle yet. And again, just sort of slowing down. We go to the 4-hour chart. You can see a sideways slide, a little down movement in the morning, and a little bit of a recovery. Tried to recover a little bit in the afternoon, not going down as far. Price percent oscillator still positive, appears to be heading down a little bit. Derivative oscillator is losing momentum since it looks like it peaked on the morning of Tuesday the 25th. So we'll continue to watch, see what there is to see there. Again, pay most attention to your 2-day and your weekly charts if you are in that 20-year bond trade. Now, lastly, we go to gold. Gold recovering some. Was down yesterday, up today, 0.44%. We see reaching a higher high this week. Price percent oscillator still going up. Derivative oscillator losing momentum. It peaked all the way back on the week ending the 31st of January. We go to the 2-day chart. What do we see there? We see a red spinning top forming, again showing some slowdown in the up movement after 3 strong candles, 6 days of up movement. We're seeing a slowdown first day of this latest 2-day candle. And again, derivative oscillator is continuing to move up. Price percent oscillator is too. We'll see how this candle finishes drawing at the end of the day on Thursday when it's actually a complete candle. Maybe a real booming up day on Thursday and might see more recovery. But it was up for the day, 0.44%, but we're seeing a slowdown in the average pace of movement. And of course, down 3 candles on the 4-hour chart and a green doji at the end of the day, crossing over, going down. Now again, gold is up the day 0.44%, but we are seeing a downward slide as far as that 4-hour chart goes. So again, pay attention to what's going on the 2-day and the weekly. Gold still in a confirmed up move on both of those charts and was up for the day, but showing some weakness. Folks, that's where we are as we end the day on Wednesday, going into Thursday, waiting for this latest 2-day candle to be drawn. We'll be watching for Friday to see if we do have a weekly vertical crossover going down on either the S&P 500 and or the Nasdaq 100. We'll see the effects of how this coronavirus shaking out throughout the world, roiling markets a little bit. We'll just see what's up. Folks, again, want you to have that special training. If you're a subscriber, check your show notes. Very happy with it. Like I said, I just produced it. God bless my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.